9mm. Oh. Well, I guess our handgun user can have all of our 38 ammo. Oh, I bet a 9mm round's going to be expensive. Same as 38 cal. So I have practically no money. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, we'll get a few rounds. Oh, who did give the ammo to? Squat old guy with muscular arms, a bandana around his bald head, and a bloody kiss-the-cook apron around his beer barrel gut. He has an eye patch over his left eye and a voice like a garbage disposal. Right on, brothers. Better grab some of this grub before the rats get it. Ha, just kidding. The rats don't last long around here. They go into the stew pot just like everything else. Now, what can I get you? We have water for our canteens. Melson must have sent you. He always sends the new recruits to fill up on water. Well, it's right here in those coolers. Might be the last clean water you see until you get back here, so take plenty and drink it slow. So, your name's Hungry? Been living with that joke all my life, and it didn't get easier once they made me the cook. Could have been worse. I knew a guy once named Richard Stroker. What's Sergeant Melson like? That boy's a menace. Eats twice his share and never shuts up. Knows his stuff, though. He'll steer you right as far as guns and gear goes. Okay. Cooler. Is there anything else useful in here? Doesn't look like it. Is this another shop in here? Oh, it's Meerkat. I didn't even see her. Oh, wow. They made that door easy to miss. Here we go. A very tough decision, considering it was your first time out. Ag Center was a good choice, though. There are great scientists there. You knew we were coming. Every new recruit the General brings in gets around to visiting us eventually. The weapons and armor we make are what keep them alive, after all. Most are curious where they come from. I imagine you're no exception. What do you think of General Vargas? Vargas is a man of vision and prudence. I know a lot of the Rangers think he's too cautious, but I can't agree. Slow and steady is the way to go. He's done an amazing job rebuilding the Rangers after our war with the robots from base Cochise, and we're stronger than ever before. That doesn't mean, however, that we should now go charging off to fight everybody and their brother. We must expand gradually, and fully assess all threats before taking action. General Vargas said to bring you this robot leg I found at Ace's murder site. Let's have a look at it. Remarkable, but unnerving. I've never seen a robot tech this advanced. It'll take me some time to give it a full examination, so if you'll excuse me, Fascinating. Oh, you're still here. What can I do for you? What kind of weapons do you have? We service, repair, and reinvent every kind of weapon, from knives and handguns to rifles, even energy weapons, when we can get our hands on them. We don't do explosive, though. That's TNT Tan's department. Go talk to Sergeant Melson if you're looking to purchase your armaments. I only issue my interesting pet projects if you've got a requisition order. Well, I do. The General gave us his requisition form. Oh yes, I forgot. The General mentioned that. He was so pleased you found Ace's killer that he asked me to let you have your pick of some of my more interesting creations. Let's see. The General allocated a requisition for you for completing a thorough investigation of Captain Ace's death site. So I've got one requisition allocated for you. These don't seem very... okay. What does that modify? An unusual bow. Okay. Oh, 70% to apply opened up. I have no idea what opened up is. Oh, it's just a trinket. Okay. Plus 5% ranged hit bonus. But practically no chance to evade. I think I'll take that. Looks like you're out of requisitions, Rangers. Remember, it's just one item per week. I'll let you know when I got more for you. What kind of armor do you have? We have everything from sturdy leather jackets to hand-forged plate to the finest reconditioned pre-war combat armor we can find. You'll have to pay for the more expensive items. Research and repair doesn't come free, but we are not to make a profit, just to recoup our expenses. Go see Sergeant Melson for that. I've got some custom interesting armor, but the General's orders are to save those for special loadouts only. You make weapons here. Well, that's a bit of a misnomer. We do make some of them, the really interesting ones, but mostly what we do here is refurbish scavenged weapons and armor. One thing we hope our Rangers will do is collect any broken down weapon parts, stray bits left over from modding, what have you, they find as they patrol the wastes and bring them back here to Melson over in the Quartermaster's office. In exchange, he'll buy it off of you at a great markup. What was Base Cochise? A pre-war research facility dedicated to the science of robotics. Its mainframe was malfunctioning and kept rebuilding more and more robots and sending them out to defend itself against imaginary enemies. The Rangers destroyed the computer and the robots and saved the world, which is of course a good thing, but, well, I wish I had been a Ranger then. From all reports, the sophistication of the computer's AI was incredible, and its death was a great loss to science. I can't help thinking that had I been there, I might have been able to find a way to shut it down without destroying it. What a tool for good it could have been. What threats do we face? The others say that our biggest threat is the Red Scorpion militia, who have taken over the prison which used to be our headquarters. They've been getting more organized and settled, and the fear is, now that they've established themselves, they'll start expanding their borders. What I say is, this will make them easier to negotiate with. Nomadic raiders have nothing to lose. A clan with towns and farms to protect thinks twice about risking their destruction by going to war. I say our biggest threat is expanding too fast. Let's make sure the communities we patrol are fully protected before we go looking for more. What do you think of TNT Tan? Nicest guy you could ever meet, but, shall we say, less than cautious. He's nearly blown himself up more than once. He likes creating experimental explosives just like I like working on experimental weapons and armor, though I dare say my safety record is a trifle better than his. What's Sergeant Melson like? He knows his guns, I'll give him that, though I wouldn't have him in my shop. He's not nearly focused enough. Interesting weapons? I'm interested. The interesting ones are my department. I'm always trying to come up with new and better weapons and armor using bits and bobs we have laying around. Can't just give them away though. Creating them takes a lot of our precious resources, so the General is pretty tight with the requisition orders. How would I get a requisition order? Well, the General keeps a tight grip on requisition orders. All of the officers in the Citadel have the power to give them out, but only if we think a particular weapon would be necessary for the successful completion of a mission, or if we're impressed by how our Ranger team completed a difficult assignment. I can hand over one piece of tech for each rec we earn, but just one, so make sure you think it over before you take the first shiny thing you see. And yeah. So that's cool. So we'll give that trinket to our sniper, plus 5% chance to hit, because we always want our sniper to hit. There's another shop. A gaunt man in his 30s hunches over a table, cleaning and oiling gun parts. He is smeared with oil and sweat and seems to be trembling slightly. Listen, I heard you talking to Mirror Captain just now, and well, everything she's got is solid merchandise, but as you may have noticed, Melson's gonna make you pay through the nose for the good stuff. Well, I got a little toy collection of my own, and I'd be willing to let some of them go for a lot cheaper than she will. Interested? What kind of good stuff? All the big guns. Energy weapons, rockets, sniper rifles, all top quality. I made them myself. Do you want some? And they won't jam up every other shot? I swear, they're just as good as the ones Melson has, but at a fifth of the price. What do you say? Cheap weapons? Yeah, we're interested. Cool, but listen, you can't tell the boss, Mirror Captain, I'm doing this, or she'll fire me, okay? Don't worry, we won't tell. Great, here's what I've got. 95% chance to jam. On every single one of them. And none of them are cheap enough to just scrap down. Come on, I'm trying to raise money for a family emergency. Why does your family need money? I'm trying to help out my sister. I can't tell you any more than that, but it's important, I promise. Come on, can't you do a guy a favor? Is your sister in trouble? Sorry, I'm not saying anything more about it. Will you help me out? Buy a gun or two? What you're saying doesn't make sense. Something pretty terrible must be going on for you to risk getting kicked out of the Rangers for it. You're right. Look, it's my sister. If you ain't interested in the guns, I gotta get a letter to her. It's important, but I can't leave the Citadel. I can't get the time off. Would you take this to her? She lives in Rail Nomad's camp. Her name is Katie. And tell her I'm sorry. We will. Thank you. I owe you one. What's so important about this letter? Never mind what's so important. It's private. Between me and her. Will you take the letter? Oh, I definitely don't have enough kiss ass for that. That's sad. There's a lot of stuff to do in this place. Hey Rangers, name's Bell, Sergeant Bell. How's it going? That's all you got to say? Okay. An ancient air traffic control computer. Yeah, I don't think we're getting through this door. Another door over here. Oh, Lieutenant Min Liang Tan. There, all done now. What can I... Ah, it's the Heroes of Ag Center. Come to see where the magic happens, eh? Well, this is it. I'm TNT Tan, the man who makes all your problems disappear in a puff of smoke. And you're the kids the General is sending off to solve the mystery poor old Ace got aced trying to find the answer to. Is there anything we can help you with? There sure is. All the Rangers know that I'm always looking for bomb-making supplies, particularly ammonium nitrate. And you find that shit in, well, shit. So if you come across any cow shit, or even better, bat shit, or any fertilizer, bring that shit back to me, and I'll trade you some good shit. Law, missile launcher, you name it. You got that shit? What do you think of General Vargas? Vargas is a good man, the hero of Ace Cochise and Darwin Village and all that. I just wish he was a man with a plan. Seems like we've been sitting here with our thumbs up our bungholes for a decade. I'm a man of action. I want to get out there and do things, put a few grenades where they'll do the most good. Know what I mean? I understand rebuilding and getting our numbers up, but we've done that. Sometimes I just want to go up and shake the old man and tell him to stop relying on his defense. It's time to unleash the offense. Let everybody know we're here again. Like, boom. Magic? Yep, I'm the Wizard of Boom, the Sorcerer of Shrapnel. If you need to put a little bang in your party, I'm the man to see. Now you can get the regular off-the-shelf stuff from Melson up in the Quartermaster's office. But if you need something special, something that'll make a real impression out there, come see me, I can show you the fun stuff. Why do they call you TNT? Really? Well, because I'm the guy that makes the bombs, duh. But that ain't the only reason, if you know what I'm saying. Ha! You think there's anything to the radio mystery? Meh, seems like more of Vargas craziness to me. He goes from sitting on his hands to chasing ghosts in one jump. Why are we all of a sudden hunting mysterious radio signals when we have honest-to-God flesh-and-blood threats right here in our wastes? I just don't get it. So you knew Ace. Sigh. The latest casualty in Vargas' war on ghosts. Why a good man had to die chasing a few garbled radio signals, I don't know. Ace was one of our best. A veteran who knew the wastes like the back of his hand, and some robot kills him? Yeah, good men die in the wastes all the time, but his death wouldn't feel so pointless to me if he had been fighting a real threat. We haven't got shit. Well, shit. Any other shit I can help you with? What was Base Cochise? The biggest damn fight the Rangers ever had. Us against an army of killer robots, with lots of explosions at the end. Yeehaw. Wish I'd been there. But I wasn't with the Rangers yet. What was Darwin's Village? The lair of that crazy android scientist, Erwin John Finster. He somehow decided mutants were better than humans, and he started trying to kill us all off. Plagues, poisons, you name it. Well, Vargas and his crew killed him off the old-fashioned way, with lead, iron, and shrapnel. Woohoo! What fun stuff do you have? Oh, we'll do that later. So you think those signals aren't important? I don't believe those are live broadcasts at all. I think it's all a bunch of pre-war loops that we're finally hearing because the air is getting clearer. Nothing lives beyond the radiation. How could it? What threats would those be? The Red Scorpion Militia, for one. Since we pulled in our borders and decided not to patrol anywhere east of High Pool anymore, those bad boys have been multiplying like roaches. Now they think they're the new Rangers, saying they're protecting the people of eastern Arizona like we protect the people here. Well, I don't believe it for a second, and I'll tell you something else. I don't think they're going to be content with just eastern Arizona for long. I think they want the whole enchilada. We're going to get caught with our pants down. The radiation? You go far enough in any direction in the waste, you're going to run into radiation, hot enough to cook you. There's no way around it. We're walled in, the last survivors of the apocalypse, which is why we got to keep the peace. If everybody in Arizona killed everybody else, there'd be nobody left on Earth. We're all that's left, the last hope. I don't believe you. You know about High Pool? We got our water from them. Good folks, if a little mistrustful. And you failing to save their reservoir ain't gonna help that. Screw you. What fun stuff do you have for sale? Yeah, I'm not really big on the consumable explosion type things. Alright. Done with him. You know, I don't understand why everybody thinks that General Vargas is off chasing things. Like, don't you think maybe he knows something about it he's not telling everybody? Did anyone ever consider that? No. Of course not. Corporal Flintlock Eggleston. What a choice to have to make. Well, I'm glad you saved Ag Center. Nothing I like better than their rutabagas. Now what can old Flintlock do for you today? Did you call us children? Everybody's a kid to me. I'm older than dirt, and you're just back from your first patrol, ain't you? Well, then guess I can call you what I want. Why did you get the name Flintlock? The fellas all joke that I've been around so long that the standard issue for a ranger back in my day was a flintlock and a coonskin cap. And, well, they ain't far wrong. I got boots older than General Vargas's daddy. Is there anything we can help you with? Well, as a matter of fact, I could use your help. The museum is always looking for interesting relics and artifacts from the past to add to our collection. Recovering that kind of stuff was the best thing the crazies who lived here before ever did. Trouble was, all they wanted was to hide it away. We want to show it to people. Let them cogitate on it. Maybe figure out what some of it does. So listen, if you ever come upon anything interesting while you're on patrol, bring it on back and I'll trade you for what you find. And I won't give you no junk neither. I'll set you up with something good. Ooh. We found Ace's Ranger Star. It deserves a spot in the museum. That's damn sad, but we're truly fortunate you found it, children. I'll add it to the collection. It'll help remind us of the sacrifices the Desert Rangers sometimes have to make to keep the Wasteland safe. Thank you, Rangers. What do you think of General Vargas? He's a good kid, Vargas. Helped us save the world from Finster and Base Cochise's robot army. Back in the bad old days, and he's been keeping us safe and strong ever since. Love him like my own son. Who was Finster? Didn't you see his head in the museum? Crazy scientist type. Wanted to kill everybody and replace them with mutants. Started making plagues to wipe us all out. Thank God Vargas and Angie and Thrasher and Hellraiser put him down like the mad dog he was. What was Base Cochise? Back before the apocalypse, it was a military facility, just like this one. Only Cochise was a robot research center. Then, somehow, about 15 years back, its mainframe had some kind of glitch and it started